Hi again, everybody. Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com, and welcome to another edition of Aztecs Now Online. It'll have somewhat of a softball flavor today, joined by the head women's softball coach at San Diego State University, Kathy Van Wyk. Coach, appreciate your time. I know it's somewhat of a busy time of the year for you.
A little bit.
Looking at the team right now, 22-10, headed into conference play. Is it about where you expected this team to be at this juncture of the year?
You know, with the schedule that we faced this year, I wasn't sure what to expect because we had a tough schedule going in, and we're probably in better shape than I had anticipated, and happy to see that, and it's been a great confidence builder, which has been evident in our last several games as we've gotten better and better.
You're 8-6 against teams who've made the NCAA tournament last year. You have 3 wins against ranked teams this year. How has the non-conference schedule prepared you for sometimes the grueling conference schedule?
Well, I think that's the key. Number one, we have to play those top teams, and not only do we have to play them, but this year we've proven ourselves to be worthy opponents, and that's got to lend a lot of confidence to the team going in. BYU's right there with us, so obviously we know what we're up against. It's going to be very similar types of competition, but I think we're extremely well prepared, and I'm feeling very good going in.
You've also had a good pitching staff and a pretty good defensive team, but this year it seems like the offense has come around, and now you are a complete squad. How would you compare this year's squad to squads in the past?
Well, that's the big difference is offense. In the past, we've been able to manufacture runs. We do the best we can to get them across, and we hold them with our pitching and defense. And this year, we're definitely scoring more runs per game. I don't know the totals. You guys have all that stat stuff, but I know that we're scoring a lot more runs. We are, still manufacturing what we need to and producing when we have to, and we're still getting the good pitching. So I think our defense needs to shore up a little bit. It could be better. But we put all 3 of those components together, and I don't think that we're going to be, we're going to be stoppable.
Samantha Beasley, talk about her growth this year, the last couple of years, and what she's meant to this team. Sam
has helped us in so many ways that people don't realize. Sam has grown obviously physically and mentally and personally as a player, and the improvement is evident to everyone. But, where it helps us as well off the field is we have another young freshman right now, Cameron May, who's a pitcher. And, I use Sam as an example to Cameron. Cameron's not getting a lot of pitching time right now. Well, Sam in her freshman year didn't get a lot of pitching time either. And look at the growth that she's had. And so those kinds of things people don't hear about or see very often. But that's another way that Sam has been a huge factor for our team. And that keeps everybody happy. It keeps everybody working hard and producing. And obviously on the field, she's just a much steadier player. She's calmed down. She's gained a tremendous amount of confidence. She's mentally much stronger, visualizing, has leveled out emotionally and been able to handle the ups and downs, and that's given the team a tremendous amount of confidence.
Any other surprises so far this year, or everyone kind of playing up to what you expected?
Well, a huge surprise right now is Jessica Camello. I think her hitting has been a big factor for us because she's brought production towards the bottom of the lineup. I moved her up this past week into the 2 spot. I'm going to move her back down this week because it's nice to have that production down at the bottom. I think if you had told me before the season was starting that Jessica was going to bat 400 at this point, I would have told you, no way. But she has been solid and earned every bit of it. Jen Wisniewski, her hitting has brought a lot to us, again, to the bottom of the lineup. And, Jen and Jessica are perfect examples. They're the middle infielders who are there for their defense. And for them to bring this kind of offense as well, along with the people we expect good things out of, it's been the difference for us.
As the Aztecs head into conference play, maybe tell some of the softball fans out there or talk about some of those teams in the Mountain West Conference who could challenge you for the title this year.
Well, it's going to be a dogfight with every game. That's the nature of our conference. There is only 6 teams in the conference, but we all play very steadily. And I think one of the exciting things that people will like is that this conference hits the ball very well. And people want to see exciting softball, and that's where you get exciting softball is offense. Coaches don't like to see that. We like to play pitching and defense, hold them to 0 runs. That's exciting for us. But all the teams in this conference hit the ball well, and it keeps us on our toes. And it's really important for us to play a full 7 innings.
What have been some of the goals for this softball team this year? Are they the same year in, year out, or does it just depend on the makeup of the women you have playing?
Well, the goals are pretty much the same in terms of win conference.
Right.
We don't settle for less. When we're in second place, it's not good enough. Last year was a down year for us, and yet we finished second in conference and we qualified for postseason play. So if that's a down year, I guess I'm pretty happy. This year we want to win conference, and when we qualify we'll qualify for postseason. Regionals isn't enough anymore. We want a super regional. We want to go to the College World Series. Those are the goals that we have to keep upping the standards.
Right.
And I think this team has the ability to do that.
Always appreciate your time. Like I said, I know it's a busy time of year for you, but Aztec softball fans looking for big things once again.
My pleasure.
From your team this year. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Head Coach Kathy Van Wyk with us here on Aztecs Now Online. We'll step aside for a break. One of the ladies who plays for her, senior captain Monica Alness, will touch bases with her next as Aztec Now Online continues after this right here on GoAztecs.com.
Aztec fans, GoAztecs.com is your official source for San Diego State Athletics. You can get scores, stats, purchase tickets for Aztec sporting events, even tune into live webcasts, all for free. Go to the multimedia section for press conferences, game highlights, and exclusive interviews you won't see anywhere else. Check it all out on GoAztecs.com.
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online right here on GoAztecs.com. She is a fifth-year senior. She has been a captain her whole career with the Aztecs softball team. Monica Alness now joins us here on Aztecs Now Online. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not too shabby. How would you compare this year's team to the teams that you've been on in the past couple of years?
I think our team this year reminds me a lot of my freshman year coming in. Because we had a big freshman class and a freshman class that started and did a lot for the production on the offense and on defense. So, I don't know, it's kind of nice to feel like I'm ending a year with a familiar year, kind of with a younger powerhouse. And it's good to feel like there's younger people that are going to be contributing, when I leave. So.
Right. As a leader on this softball team, what message do you have for your teammates as you head into conference play?
Conference, I think that we mainly just talk about having the same goals that we have when we play, big ranked teams, those that are up in the top 25. Because honestly, with conference and the strength of our conference, like we have to go in there with the mentality that we are playing like a top 10 team. Because anyone can lose a game, anyone can win a game in our conference. So we're all kind of evenly matched, but I think this year Samantha Beasley is going to be the big difference for us. Like, she's really dominating right now, and I think that's going to be a key component. But really just to maintain composure and to prepare well. I mean, preparation is everything at this point, and managing injuries, this and that, but I think that's really the main goal.
You mentioned Samantha Beasley, and I asked Coach Van Wyk this earlier. Talk about her, what she's meant to this team, and the growth that she has shown from where she first got here to where she is now.
Well, Sam today and Sam last year is like night and day. And it's really just kind of a focus level and maturity level that she's reached this year that's different than what she's had before. And she's become one of those pitchers that, as a defensive player, you sit there and you look at her and you think she could be a senior. She could be a fifth-year senior. She's out there forever leading the team. And she's one of those pitchers now that really you feel confident playing behind her because you know that she's in control of herself and the game and her pitches. So it makes a big difference all around. Hitting for a pitcher like that, when you're in the box, like, okay, I got to work for my pitcher because she's focused, so I need to focus. It kind of trickles down through the entire game and through every aspect, having a pitcher that's that focused. So I think she's made a huge jump.
How does she rate with the pitchers you have played with, maybe some of the better pitchers you've played against?
Well, Christina Ross, is our big famous star, I guess you'd say,
Right.
But Sam's really filled her shoes in kind of a different way because Sam's she's a strikeout pitcher, and Christina Ross was more of a control game pitcher. So, you get the small ground outs and everything with Christina Ross. You'd have to play a lot of defense behind her. But with Sam, she really dominates and gets Ks every game. She's setting records. So I think as far as SDSU, she's definitely been one of the stronger pitchers I've ever, played behind. And as far as conference, I think that she's definitely going to take the, pitcher award for conference and this and that. And nationally, I think that she should be recognized too, because she's dominating top 25, top 10 teams that we've been playing. So,
as you head into conference play, who are some of the teams that you think are going to challenge you for the title this year?
Well, BYU and UNLV are always kind of, our little issues that we have in those number 3 games that we play against them. It's like the determining factor, usually either BYU or UNLV. But everybody, I think, is bringing something new this year. I know New Mexico has a different pitching staff. Before they were kind of weaker in the pitching area, but I know that they have a couple girls that are transferred, so they might be up there. But BYU always brings, tough competition for us, so we're going to have to definitely try to get some early wins against them.
Your 5th year on this team. Do you have the course load, the class work, the practice, juggling, all that? Is it a breeze now as compared to when you first got here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it. I have another internship that I'm doing this year and trying to finish up all my credits for my second major and stuff. So it's kind of, I have more now than I'm ever, have done. But I think this year, just knowing that it's my last year, it is kind of easier because you see the light at the end of the tunnel and kind of like, I've done it this far, so it'll all work out. But
Monica, I know it's a busy time of year for you also. Appreciate the time and good luck heading into conference play.
Thank you.
Senior Captain Monica Alness spending some time with us here talking a little softball. Just a reminder, the Open Conference plays home this weekend against New Mexico and Colorado State University. For tickets, you can go to goaztecs.com, and hopefully you can get out there and support the Lady Aztecs softball team. Well, that's going to do it for Aztecs Now Online. For our executive producer, Dave Barry, I'm Mike Costa. As always, thanks for watching right here on goaztecs.com.